This headline, it reads, a 400-year-old townhouse built in Amsterdam, then shipped to New York City, lists for sale. Thanks to the mud flood scholars, now I see, and it's hard not to see it now. The narrative is that this charming Gothic-style townhouse was shipped in 1845 across the Atlantic Ocean, where it was assembled again in 1845. It was assembled piece by piece, meticulously reassembled on the Upper West Side, the address being East 19th Street and Gramercy Park, all thanks to the masterful touch of British architect Frederick J. Sterner. I know what you're thinking, and I was thinking the same thing. I had to remind myself what traveling by ship looked like back in 1845. I mean, they're acting as if this is one of those boxable homes that Elon is selling. I'd be interested in knowing what the logistics would really look like. When I think about the weight alone of such a house, we're talking wrought iron architectural details. Look at the stained glass windows. I mean, this is such advanced stonemasonry. There was a wine cellar in this townhouse. There is one still. And the inlays that were done on the outside, they did the coat of arms. So I can't imagine what this would have looked like to ship here as well as to reassemble. I did a little research to look up the architect, Frederick Sterner, and I couldn't find any pictures of him. He was born 1862 and died 1931. Now, his first design, because he trained under an architect. That's how these narratives go from the 1800s, if you're new to this. And he would have been 26 years old when he designed this. It was odd that I couldn't find not one picture of this famous architect when some of his peers, you could find ample pictures of people like Booker T. Washington, Ida B. Wells, as well as Gustav Klimt, the artist famous for The Kiss. And I just had to look into the 1945 technology. We're talking horse-drawn reaping machines in the farming industry. We had the telegraph was just invented. And you can look at the sewing machine. And again, we're talking about architecture technology that is so advanced with this type of technology. I can see now how they add a lot of minutia to these historical narratives, and it keeps us misdirected onto what is really going on with the timeline. So this was interesting that Russian aristocrat fashion designer Oleg Cassini, he was famous for the Jackie O look. He owned this townhome, and at his death, 2006, it became entangled in some legal battles. So that I don't know the details of, but if you do know anything about this, let us know in the comments. Thank you.